I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. And Javier, what have you done today?
Well, I spent the day doing some chores at home, uh, cleaning my swimming pool.
Okay, in the pool.
No, cleaning my swimming pool.
Oh no. Okay. Cleaning my swimming pool. Um, how's it look now?
Oh, nice. I was what's the word? Using a pressure washer.
Okay. Nice. And so I'm sure it looks good. One thing we probably wouldn't need swimming here. I
Okay.
spent a few hours at home. Sorry, spent, but good.
Okay.
And Carlos, how's it going?
Hello? Hello.
Hey, uh, Carlos, how's it going?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Uh, and Carlos, I don't think I've seen you around before. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Okay, nice, from Brazil. And what do you
Yes.
like? What do you like to do in your free time, Carlos? What do you do for fun?
In my free time, I'm listening to the music and watch good films.
You like to have good feelings?
Sorry?
You said I like to have good feelings?
With movies.
Okay, I like to watch good movies.
Okay, good movies. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Yes,
more
yesterday I
things.
watched okay,
All right, go ahead.
okay.
All right, good. All right, and who else do we have? Giancarlo, welcome to class. Giancarlo, how are you doing?
Doing well, Joshua. Thanks so much. How are you?
Oh, thanks for asking. Where are you from?
Uh, it's a question for me, Joshua.
Yeah, Giancarlo.
Okay, sorry. My connection is not good now. Okay, I am from Mexico, Mexico City.
Nice, LF, cool. And what do you like?
DF.
Yeah, what do you do for fun?
Um, I love watching films. I'm a party animal. When I have the time, I like to go to bars.
Okay.
I like to stay home and listening to music. What else? I like surfing the web. Uh, what else I can tell you about? I love languages. I love English, of course, and sometimes I think I will gonna die, and it's kind of difficult to understand that you are not going to learn all the words that you need to. So every day there is a new word in my
Wow.
life. I've been talking about English, but yes,
Yeah.
they are the things I love to do.
Okay, good. Really good answer. Ana Carolina, welcome to class. Anna, how's it going?
Hi, teacher. Fine, thank you for asking.
Nice. Good to hear. Ana Carolina, what have you done today?
I went to the sauna, and since the strike, yeah, sauna. Can I say I did just sauna?
I went to the
Sauna?
sauna. I went to the sauna.
Okay, here in my house I stayed home all day.
Okay.
Um, since the demonstration started at the strike here, I've been taking an overdose in English.
Yeah.
Coffee, coffee. sorry, of English. But I like it. It started.
Yeah,
Thank you for
maybe.
correcting.
Yeah, of course. I've been overdosing on English. Might be a better way of saying it.
Yes, I've been overdosing on English.
Good. But yeah, you're all set. That was good. Um, and it must be nice. Kako, welcome to class. Kako, how's it going?
How teacher? Hi, teacher. Very well, thank you. And you?
Nice. I'm doing really well. And Kako, what have you done today?
Today I have been resting at home. I I have seen a lot of video clips on Vivo app, and I am in your class as the as my second class, as my today's second class.
Okay. My second class today.
Yeah, my second class today.
Okay, good. No, it's nice to see you again. And David, how's it going?
Hi Joshua, how are you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for asking.
Sure.
And yeah, so David, what about you? What have you done today?
Actually, not so much, Joshua. I working out probably 1 hour and a half in the morning. After that, I did some homeworks for tomorrow. I watch a movie and I start to attend a lot of English classes.
Nice. What movie?
Sorry?
What movie?
I was watching by internet Fast and Furious.
Okay. Um, I I was watching The Fast and the Furious on the internet. So we put the
Sure, on the
prepositional
internet.
phrase at
Sorry.
the end on the. No, don't be sorry at all. That's okay. And ever since, I'm not sure, Giancarlo, I'm not sure. Oh, the sauna, the sauna. Yep. Thanks, Javier. And we've got one more. Andre, how's it going?
I am good. I am well. So.
Okay, so-so's better than bad at least.
Yes,
What have you?
yes, it is. It's not
What
too
have you done
bad.
today?
But I check. I was been and verbling sometime. Yeah, I work on my house, and I have a good son today. For to working,
Okay.
I work on my house.
Okay. Not for two working.
I'm sorry, I forget. I pronounce for two all the time.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's rare also, it's not unheard of, but rare to have the preposition to in front of a gerund, like running.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I'm from Canada, in Quebec.
Uh-huh, yeah. I think you've been in class before, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, and it's nice to see you again. I think we're good. Let's get started on today's class. Roberto, can you read the title and the next lines?
Decisions. Today we
Yep.
will learn decisions-making idioms, read comic about big decisions, learn about irrational decisions, and practice a role play.
Yeah, irrational.
Irrational.
Nice. And good. Let's go on to the next page. Roberto, can you ask Jose the first question?
Jose, what are some decisions that you make every day?
Yes, I make every day some decisions. Things like I have to teach the students the principal values of the life,
Principal life values.
the principal life values. I think it is a very hard task.
Nice. Yeah, I imagine that
Yes.
would be a very hard class. I'm so glad I don't have to teach my students principal life values.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Very hard task. Okay. Maybe can you repeat that sentence one more time? That first sentence?
Okay. Yes, I make every day some decisions to do things like teach my students principal life values.
Hmm.
I think it is a very hard task.
Good. And sorry, the only thing I would change, every day I make some decisions to do things.
Okay.
So every day at the first. All right. And Jose, can you ask Giancarlo the next question?
Okay. What was an important decision you made last year? Talk about it and why it was important.
Okay, Javier, an important decision I made last year was that I needed to travel in Mexico first because in Mexico we have different states, beautiful places to visit and to know. And I decided to visit them, and of course I did it.
Nice. And of course, I did. Which one did you like the best?
Wow, one of my best places is maybe, wow, there are some interesting places here in Mexico. Cancun, for example, is one of my favorite places to visit because the water is really really nice there in that place. The colors of the sand, the sky, the weather is really warm. The people is very warm too. And another one is maybe Cuernavaca is another place to live. I like to save money to buy a house there in Cuernavaca, to be honest, because the weather most of the year is warm, and I love warm weather, Joshua.
Nice. Okay. Cuernavaca. So the hornball, maybe. Good.
Yeah. Oh, your pronunciation, your Spanish pronunciation is very good, Joshua. You mentioned it well, Cuernavaca.
Thanks. I speak Spanish, I'd say, pretty much, pretty close to
Oh,
fluency.
okay.
But yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And I think we're good on this page. Does anybody have any other questions here? Okay, so let's go here, and let's have Javier. Can you read the title and the words?
Vocabulary, discuss, argue,
Argue,
contemplate, regret,
regret,
anxiety,
anxiety,
possibilities,
possibilities,
repercussions, rational,
repercussion,
and
All right,
rational,
irrational.
I'm
irrational.
gonna, Giancarlo, I'm gonna mute you, or could you mute yourself for a little bit? I just keep getting your voice. I'm trying to listen just for Javier's pronunciation. Sorry, Javier, can you repeat?
Okay.
Can you repeat after anxiety?
Uh, Anxiety, possibilities, repercussions, rational, and irrational.
Good. Okay, you're really close on a couple of those at the end.
Okay.
Let's start with vocabulary. Vocabulary.
Vocabulary,
Nice. Vocabulary. And then argue.
argue,
Nice. You did anxiety really well. Repercussions.
repercussions.
Nice. Really good job. Repercussions.
Okay.
And rational.
Rational,
Nice. And then irrational.
irrational,
Sorry, irrational. Yeah, you did it better than I did.
ir-
Irrational.
irrational.
Well done. And interesting. I'm not sure why that's up. I think that might work. Sorry, Giancarlo. I'm not sure if I can mute you either. It doesn't seem to be working. Um, but yeah, really nice job, Javier. Does
You're
anybody have
welcome.
any questions here? Okay, let's have David. Can you make a sentence using contemplate and possibilities?
Yeah, Joshua, but both words in one phrase or separate?
If you can make them in one sentence, that'd be great.
I will try. Contemplate. Sorry, contemplate is the same that in Spanish?
Yeah, contemplar.
Sure. Contemplate possibilities. Sure. Sorry again. For this summer vacation, my family and I will contemplate the possibility to travel abroad to the United States, but we will see what happens.
Okay. Nice. Happens. So just
Mm-hmm.
happens with the S. The possibility of traveling.
The possibility of traveling.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, really good job.
Thank you.
Okay. And I think we're good. Maybe one more sentence. Let's have Carlos. Can you make a sentence with anxiety and repercussions? Carlos? Your microphone is muted, Carlos, too. So you have to unmute your microphone. You have to go to the top of the page, and there's a microphone up there if you can see it.
Okay, now?
Yes, now it's good.
Sorry. Please help me. How do you say anxiety? I don't know.
Okay, does anybody know what anxiety is?
You don't feel you feel anxiety
You are anxious.
because you have some problem and you mean some problem and you think and some problem you have and a job. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, any other ideas? Anybody can maybe explain it a little bit more concisely?
Yes, when you are stressed out, you feel anxiety, you cannot sleep well, you wonder about the solutions of your problems, you cannot eat well, you have headache,
Huh?
you have anxiety, you have a kind of you have that feeling that something wrong can happen, that you are unable to cope with your problems.
Yep, exactly. Perfect. Really good job. And that's what anxiety is. Does that help, Carlos?
Okay, thank you for that. For that. Uh, I am excited when I don't finish my work in the day.
Maybe during the day?
During the day. Okay, thank you.
We need to change this verb too. We wouldn't say I am anxiety.
I sorry. Sorry, I do.
Okay. Does anybody know What would you
Feel
say?
or experience.
Anxiety.
I feel, no?
I feel
Anxiety is
anxiety.
a noun.
Yeah.
I feel. Okay.
You could also say I have anxiety. Yeah. And thanks, Anna Carolina. That would have been a good suggestion too, saying anxiety is a noun. Um, okay. And Carlos, I'm gonna mute you again. So yeah, don't worry. You can talk because you're muted now, Carlos. Um, and we're good. And I think we're all set on this page. And so yeah, Carlos, I have muted you again, just for future reference. Kako, can you read the title and the directions?
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Come back. On the face. Uh, I'm reading now.
Yeah, Kako. Oh, not Carlos, Kako.
Okay, teacher. Idioms. Read the sentence. Guess what the idiom means.
Good. And can you read the first idiom?
On the fence. I'm on the fence as to whether I want to travel or stay at home during my next vacation.
Perfect. Nice job. Kako, what do you think this means? And sorry,
I,
Carlos. I'm gonna.
I,
Yeah, go ahead,
I
Kako.
I am in doubt. I am on the fence. I suppose it to be. Um, I am in doubt or hesitating.
Yeah. Yeah, in doubt, hesitating, maybe between two options. Good. Really nicely done. And Andre, can you read the next one?
Me? Okay. Uh, wedge, you bet.
Hedge.
Edge. Okay. Hedge your bet. Hedge your bet. The company hedged its bets by developing a second line of products.
Developing.
Developing
And products.
products. Products.
Products.
Products. Do you pronounce it is?
Yeah,
S?
products.
Okay, products.
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 Uh-huh.
That's
Good.
products.
And what's this mean? What do you think it means, Andre?
I don't know the signification de hedge.
Okay. This is a tricky one. So hedge your bets. Ana
Hedge.
Carolina, do you think you can explain?
Yes. Um, hedge your bet means kind of to protect uh, to protect your stuff. For example, if you do an investment, you cannot put all eggs in one basket. You have to have more options. Make investments. Thank you for correcting me.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have more options because if one investment dropped, the other one can go through the roof, and then you won't be broken.
You won't be broke. You won't go broke.
Broke. You won't go broke. Thank you.
Yeah, really nicely done. Exactly. Nice idioms. So if you hedge your bets, yeah, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Um, you you distribute your things to multiple places where if one fails, another might succeed. Does that make sense? Andre?
Yeah, it is good.
Okay. Can you use it in a sentence, Andre?
I don't know. I'm sorry, guy. Teacher.
Okay. Roberto, do you think you could use hedge your bets in a sentence?
You want me to create a sentence with hedge your bets?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the crisis, most of companies are hedging their bets to avoid bankruptcy.
Nice.
Is it correct?
Yeah. Because of the crisis, most companies are hedging their bets to avoid bankruptcy. That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't. It's not necessarily perfect because it doesn't imply like the meaning of hedge your bets, but it would be grammatically perfect, and in a normal sentence, that's really good. Yeah. So that's a good sentence. Okay. Andre, does that help at all? Do you think you could try to make a sentence with hedge your bets? Andre?
Yes, it's me.
Yeah. Do you think you could try to make a sentence now?
I'm sorry. Difficult for me.
Okay. Can you read this sentence?
Yes. My parents figured that one of their kids would be bad, so they hedged their bets and had 4 kids.
Yeah, hedged. Hedged.
Hedge,
Hedged.
hedge, hedge,
Yeah. Close. Hedged. Make sure it ends on the d.
edged,
Good. Hedged.
edged.
Perfect. And Carlos, I'm not sure if you can hear me. I did turn off your microphone. So when you leave it on, it just gets background noise. So all of us can kind of hear that. So just when you're not talking, keep it off, if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. And does anybody have any questions here? Okay, no questions.
About? Sorry, question about? Yeah.
Anything on this page? Any questions?
How long time during this class?
How long is this class?
Yes.
It's 1 hour.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Y te lo voy a decir en español solamente rápido para que me entiendes. Y también si podría apagar el micrófono cuando no estaba hablando, porque hay un montón de ruido que viene desde el micrófono, aunque no sea hablando. Pero gracias, solamente para apagarlo para los demás. And cool, let's go to the next page. Let's skip this for now. Okay, let's skip that too. That's actually kind of difficult. Let's look at this. Roberto, can you read this paragraph?
Okay. Irrational thinking. Overgeneralization. You see a single negative event, such as a romantic rejection or a career reversal, as a never-ending pattern of defeat by using words such as always or never. when you think about it. A depressed salesman became terribly upset when he noticed bird dung on the window of his car. He told himself, "Just my luck. Birds are always crapping on my car."
Good. Yeah. And Jose, do you think you can paraphrase this paragraph to say what it
Um,
means?
I think when you are thinking about that something is bad, after that this thing happened you.
So when you're thinking of something that's bad and then right after that thing happens to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not quite that. Giancarlo, do you think you could explain what overgeneralization is?
Overgeneralization. Um, Maybe it's a negative action as it says, and sometimes um, you have these kind of negative days, and sometimes you say, "Oh, this always happens to me, and I don't understand why." Um, I mean, you don't think rational, you think irrational about something. When you think irrational about something, it means that you are not logical, maybe you are not objective. Maybe you think through your feelings. I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes we all have these days where we say, this always happens to me and I don't understand why, and you think irrationally about something and you think through your feelings. That's good. I think that's exactly what it is. So, Jose, just remember it's after something bad happens to you, you think about all the other times it's happened and wrongly assume maybe the world
Okay.
is out to get you, which is a
Okay.
kind of
So
another idiom.
yes.
Okay. Jose,
Yes.
uh, what's something that people sometimes overgeneralize about? What's something that people think?
Um, for example, about the nuclear energy, the people think that the nuclear energy is bad.
Hmm.
No?
Yes. Can you continue with this? So why?
Well, because I think the nuclear energy, the people think that is bad to the environment,
For.
for the environment.
Okay. Yeah. And so, but why? Can you relate that to overgeneralization?
Generalization. I think that when the people hear the nuclear energy, the people generalize that this energy is dangerous.
Huh? They overgeneralize
Yes,
that it's dangerous
that is dangerous. Okay,
because of the problems that it's had.
okay,
So they forget about the good and remember the problems, maybe like Chernobyl, very clearly.
okay.
Um, Also, the Japanese reactor. Um,
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's a really, really good example of overgeneralization. And obviously, it's a complicated issue, but good. That's great job. And does anybody have any questions here? And we could do a little bit more reading. Javier, can you read the first part of this paragraph?
Sure, irrational decisions. Availability bias, a mental shortcut that relies on immediate examples that come to a given person's mind when evaluating a specific topic, concept, method, or decision. The availability heuristic operates on the notion that if something can be recalled, it is it must be important, or at least more important than alternative solutions which are not as readily recalled.
Okay. Readily.
Readily.
Um, Alternative.
Alternative.
Bias.
Bias.
So yeah, the availability bias. Good. And yeah, David, can you read the next part?
Sure, Joshua. Uh, Subsequently, under the ability, hysteric people lend to heavily weight their judgments toward more recent information, making new opinions based toward that latest news. For example, someone who watches a lot of movies about terrorist attacks may think the frequency of terrorism to be higher than it actually is.
Nice. You did a really good job here. This word has two pronunciations. Subsequently, which I think is what you said,
Yeah, sure.
and subsequently. Subsequently. Both would work. I think yours is probably the more common one, so I wouldn't really worry about it too
Huh?
much. Can you repeat subsequently? David?
Mhm.
Subsequently?
Subsequently.
Biased?
Yes.
Yeah, so biased. And
Bias.
frequency? Frequency?
Frequency.
Yeah, and terrorism.
Terrorism.
Terrorism. Yeah. Okay.
Terrorism. Mhm.
David, can you ask Carlos this question?
Sure. Carlos, have you ever made a bad decision because of availability bias? Describe it. If you can think of one example, make one up. Hmm.
Does that make sense, Carlos? And Carlos, you are muted. So,
Okay, I read this paragraph.
no, so we already read the paragraph. So, David, can you ask him the question one more time?
Okay, Joshua. Have you ever made a bad decision because of availability viability bias. Describe it. If you can think of one example, make one up.
And so the other example that we have, it's if somebody watches a lot of movies about terrorist attacks, they might think the frequency of terrorism attacks might be higher. So something similar like to that. Does that make sense, Carlos?
Sorry.
So have you ever made a bad decision because of availability bias? Bueno, sería difícil.
Yes.
Do you understand the question, Carlos? Do you understand the question?
No, I didn't understand.
Okay. Let's try with, have you ever made a bad decision? Have you ever made a bad decision?
Yes,
Can you
I
explain?
have. When I was bought my car.
When what?
When I bought my car. When I bought my car uh, last year, because I was in doubt in what kind of car I would like, but in this case, this time, if I bought a new car or a poor car, a used car, for example.
So I didn't know if I should buy a new car
Yes,
or a used car.
yes,
Okay. And you think you made the wrong decision?
yes, I made the wrong decision.
Oh no, the wrong decision. That's awful.
Because I bought a new car and the new car is a broken suddenly when it was not new.
Okay. Oh no, I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Okay, okay.
Okay, good. And so, Kako, is that an example of the availability bias, or is that just a bad decision? What do you think,
Okay.
Kako?
Available. Sorry, but I don't know bias.
Bias. Okay.
Bias.
Who
What
can
bias?
Does anybody think they can explain bias?
Help me, please.
Okay. It's a kind of preconceived idea, a kind of prejudice. For
Yeah.
example, uh, the new law that we have here in Brazil about um, quotas that give vacancies to Afro-American people to join the university. You know, it's to enroll at the public university. The law
Uh-huh.
of quotas. It's surrounded by bias because if Afro-American people had to get less points to enroll at the university, it means that they are less intelligent. You know what I mean? The law is racist itself and surrounded by bias.
Okay. Um. So yeah, I think there's some kind of bias there with preconceived notion. Yeah, that might be a complicated subject, but okay. Definitely really good idea with prejudice. Preconceived idea would be a bias. Um, So you can be biased for or against things. It's just generally an incorrect assumption that you make based on previous knowledge. Does that make sense, Kako?
Okay, manage.
So,
Okay, teacher.
Can I give one more example?
Thank you, Ana Carolina.
Can I also?
sure.
Uh, if you believe that all Muslims are terrorists, it's a bias. It's a bias. It's a prejudice that you have against Muslims.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
The idea that all Muslims are terrorists.
Uh-huh.
It's a prejudice. It's an idea surrounded by bias.
For sure. Definitely. Um, okay. And yeah. So, Kako, do you think you can name a time that you made a bad decision because of availability bias? And if you can't, can you make one up?
Yes, teacher. I remember I have once made a decision about taking a job influenced by bias because I considered that the world market was very difficult, and then I took my decision precipitatedly.
Nice. Precipitously.
Precip- precipitedly,
Precipitously.
precipitously. Yeah. Thank you, teacher.
Okay. That's awesome. Precipitously. Um, okay. Tough word. You could also say quickly. Too quickly. And I
Precip-
thought of the
precipitously.
yeah. I thought that the world market was in a very, I think we'd say,
No,
bad place.
work market, teacher.
Okay, the work market, the job market,
Yeah.
and I thought that the job market was in a very bad place, or was really weak. You could say.
No, it was not so bad, but if I if I was a little more patient, I could I could achieve a better opportunity.
Good.
But
Okay.
the experience was valid.
The experience was valid. The experience was good, maybe.
Yes,
It
yes.
was still a good experience. Yeah. So valid just means it was real in a sense. If you're talking about experiences, it was like a valid experience. It wasn't imaginary. Um, so valid in that context might not be the best way to say it, but good. Okay, and I think we're good. Let's go on. Does anybody have any questions here? Okay. I'm going to give you a quick example about availability bias. I was gambling. I won maybe 10 hands in a row. So I figured I would win the next hand too. I bet all my money and then lost. For sure. Um, so yeah, that's availability bias is when you make a decision based on recent actions, even though those recent actions don't actually change your odds. Hopefully that helps. Let's go on to the next page. Okay. Ana Carolina, can you read the role of the worker? And Roberto, can you read the role of the boss? And Jose, can you read the role of the second worker?
So that's my problem. And I'm curious, how would you try to solve it if you were me?
You actually care about my opinion?
Yes, I really do.
Are you any closer to solving your problem?
Yep. So far, I've eliminated all of the choices that idiots would make.
Good. Roberto, what's happening in this comic?
Just let me read again. Can you please ask for somebody else?
Okay.
Right.
Jose, what's happening here? Jose?
Yes, what? I think when you eliminate all the choices, it's very easy to solve the problem. When you have a lot of variables, a lot of variables, a lot of parameters, it's more difficult to solve the problem.
Okay. When you have a lot of variables, it's difficult to solve a problem.
Yes.
All right. Ana Carolina, I'm gonna ask you to hold on just 1 second. Maybe give Roberto another chance. Roberto, now that you've read the comic again, do you think you can explain it?
No, sorry for that.
Okay. Don't worry about it. And yeah, go ahead, Anna. What do you think?
Thank you, Sasha, for giving me the floor. Uh, he's calling his boss an idiot because he asked his boss, if you were me, what would you do? And he listened to the answers and he's going to do the opposite because his boss is stupid, in his opinion.
He listened to the answers, and he decided that he would do the opposite because his boss is an idiot, and what his boss would do would probably be a bad idea. Really good job, good grammar, nicely done. Good job with giving me the floor. Giancarlo, yeah, do you understand this comic, Giancarlo? And Giancarlo, I cannot unmute you. I'm not sure what's up. Maybe if you leave class and come back, that might help, Giancarlo. And I just saw your question about the availability bias. Hopefully you understand it now after the gambling. But, okay, and does anybody have any questions here on this page? Okay. Let's skip that for now. We're kind of out of time. Let's read this at least. David, can you read the first roll?
Yeah, Joshua. Roleplay, you are the president of your country. You want to fund the space program. You have always wanted to be an astronaut. Also, you think people need hope in difficult economic times. Convince your advisor to allow you to fund a mission to Mars.
Nice. Really good corrections. You did a great job with economic,
Thank you.
advisor.
Convince.
And convince. Yeah, those are some tough
Yes, I have
words.
learned. Sure.
Yeah, that was really good. Maybe just astronaut.
Astronaut.
Hmm.
Astronaut. Okay. Astronaut.
Good. And Carlos, can you read the next part?
You're the president's advisor. You think I would be a bad idea to propose investing more money in the space program, especially in this bad economy. Convince the president that he's making a bad decision.
Good. David, can you repeat this word?
Convince.
Yeah. Can you repeat that, Carlos?
Convince.
Nice. And
Thank
a bad idea.
Bad idea.
Yeah, bad idea.
Bad idea. Thank you.
Good. And, okay. Maybe, Kako, if you're the president, how would you start the conversation?
Friends.
That's just
Okay.
president.
Okay, teacher. Um,
Okay.
this moment, I think it is proper to us invest on the space program because it makes possible to our country new breakthroughs in the technology, new technological breakthroughs. I hope our people will be excited by this idea. What do you think?
Nice. What do you think? It makes new technological breakthroughs possible for our country. It's proper to invest in the space program because it makes new
It,
technological breakthroughs possible. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good. Unfortunately, we are just out of time. Does anybody have any last questions before we finish up?
No, thanks.
okay, teacher. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys, and thanks for coming in, and have a really good
Bye-bye.
afternoon, evening, day.
You too, thank you.
See you later, Joshua.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
teacher.